Here is Combiner Wars Voyager class Motormaster outside of the package, and we'll take a quick look at the packaging. Get a nice illustration here of Motormaster. On the back of the package, you get a nice bio of Motormaster. He punishes enemies and allies alike with the brute force of a tyrant, breeding fear and hatred in all who encounter him, even his STUNTICON teammates. You can see his really nice forward cab box truck design. He does not have a trailer like the original G1. He does not come with his Minicon drone like the G1. He does not come with Blackjack either, but I do have Blackjack here, so we'll take a look at him and see how he combines with Motormaster. Really nice truck design here for Motormaster. He looks really nice. He's the gray and black truck with some nice purple accents. He does not have any paint on the wheels, so he's got all black wheels. Would have been really nice to have some paint in there. A lot of the other STUNTICONs do have silver painted wheels, so it's a shame that Motormaster didn't get any paint there. Also, missing some paint details here. I'm sure Repro Labels will come up with a nice set to remedy that. But you get some really nice purple accents in here. Really nice. And he does store his weapons in vehicle mode very well. And taking a look underneath, you have visible hand syndrome here. Other than that, no kibble on this figure. And for comparison, here he is with Combiner Wars Optimus Prime. Basically the same mold, but very different. These figures have a lot of differences. First off, let's take a look at the front of the cab design. You can see completely different front grille. Really nice Decepticon logo in there. Obviously, he's got the purple painted windows, but you can see all the panels are completely different. He has a totally different roof, different back section, different front headlights. Really nice retool of this mold. You can see the side panels too are completely different. The sculpt is totally different on most of these panels. So while the overall design is similar, there's a lot of differences that really set Motormaster apart. Here is Motormaster with Age of Extinction Galvatron, and you can definitely tell that a lot of the inspiration for the vehicle mode for Galvatron was based off Motormaster original G1 design. For a size comparison, here he is next to Voyager class Generations Soundwave. And here he is next to Combiner Wars Leader class Megatron. And here are all 6 of the STUNTICONs together with their leader in the center. And we got a really nice mix of figures here. Everything from Deluxe class to Voyager class to Legends class all come together to form the Just Alt mode of Menasor. So let's transform Motormaster into his robot mode. Then we will transform him into his combined mode and we will unite to form Menasor. So to transform Motormaster, you want to first remove the weapons you have stored on him in vehicle mode. Then what you want to do is start off right here. You want to get your fingernail in there and pop this side piece down like so. Same on this side, pop the side piece down. Then you can see that the arms here are tabbed in right here on the side. So you want to untab that and then pull the arms down like so. Then you can split the arms and you want to bring these panels forward as well. Split the arms here and they will tab into the side. And I really like on the design how the side view mirrors plug right into the side there to form the tabs. That's really nice. Then you can rotate his arm around and there you have an arm. Same on this side, tab it into the side, rotate it around, and there you have an arm. Then you can bring the waist down like so. Bring the feet forward, split the legs, and then you want to flip his head like so. And you can see that this back piece here is tabbed in nicely. That's how you know it lines up good in both vehicle mode and robot mode when these tabs here come together. And there we have Motormaster in his robot mode. And here is a close-up of his head sculpt. I just love the G1 boxiness. I love the design of this head sculpt. He has a slightly purplish hue to his face. Really nice paint. You have the black on the helmet around, then the outside gray boxiness. Really nice. Got his black painted in eyes there. He looks very evil. So you don't have any light piping. It is on a ball joint, so it does rotate 360 degrees, and you get some up and down movement. and a little bit of left and right too. So really nice head sculpt. Really nice paint details. You got the purple in there. I love the chest, the black and the purple on the chest with some nice molded in detail. I like the gears molded in here too. Really nice sculpting. And in terms of articulation, he has 360-degree movement there. He's got ratchet joints in and out on his shoulders. He has a bicep swivel. He's got an elbow movement about 90 degrees. It's not double jointed there. It goes both ways for different modes, but it goes only about 90 degrees there. He has no wrist swivel. He has waist swivel. He's got a nice thigh ratchet joint here. He's got a knee bend 90 degrees. And he has no movement in the toe whatsoever. Of course, it does angle down a little bit due to transformation. And you can arm him up with his blaster here in one hand and his sword here in the other hand. Now you'll notice that one of these sides is longer than the other. So you want to take the shorter end here and have that facing his wrist. So you can tab that in there, and now he's fully armed up with his weapons. The hip movement here is a little bit awkward. You can see that there's no like in between. He's got the boxy hip syndrome thing where these are really straight and his feet are together. Obviously that's for robot mode. And then if you go one click out for both, he still looks like a real heroic stance here, but it's a little bit too wide leg. So I like to do compromise and go one in the middle, one in and one out, and then you get a nice kind of stance like this, and he can be thrusting his sword up like so. For a size comparison, here he is next to Combiner Wars Leader Class Megatron. Here he is next to Age of Extinction Voyager Class Galvatron. So you can see for having about the same size alt mode truck designs, the Motormaster Voyager Class Robot Mode is a whole head taller than Galvatron. Here he is next to Voyager Class Fall of Cybertron Soundwave. And here he is next to Combiner Wars Optimus Prime. You can see for having such a similar mold, these two characters look completely different, and they both evoke the character who they're supposed to be very well. And here he is next to Deluxe Class Windblade and Chromia. And here are all 6 of the STUNTICON team together with Motormaster, of course, in the center. We got Dragstrip, Breakdown, Blackjack, Off-Road, and Dead End. And of course, Off-Road is the newest member of the STUNTICONs, currently filling in for Wild Rider, who we will be seeing a retail release coming down the road. So very excited to complete the G1 version. But as far as the IDW version, here is the STUNTICON team with Off-Road. Now let's transform him into his Jest Alt Combine mode, and let's unite and form Menasor. Alright, transforming Motormaster into his Jest Alt Combine mode. He is obviously the centerpiece of Menasor. So you want to first remove his weapons. There you go, that one's in there real tight. And then let's combine the weapons to form Menasor's sword. Then what you want to do is flip his head around and lock that into place. Once you have hidden his head, you want to rotate the arms all the way around, and they double hinge all the way up, and they tab. This tab will tab right into the side right there, and that will tab in there securely. Then you want to flip the fists around. The fists become weapon ports for his shoulders. And then here you have the combiner port for his arm right here. I like to leave this open, and then when I combine him, I'll flip this down as well. But you can leave it like that for now. Do the same on the other side. Rotate the arm all the way around and tab that into the side right there. It's hard to line these up. There we go. Flip the fist like so. Rotate the waist all the way around. You can see this piece will become his waist piece. And you want to open the chest up to reveal Menasor's head. And then you can flip this whole chest piece up like so. And fold the horns up. And there you have Menasor's head sculpt. Really nice head sculpt. Really nice molded in detail here on the inside of his chest. And one thing that you will notice is this really kind of evokes the Galvatron chest design. So you can see these side by side and you can see a lot of similarities there. Looks really cool. You have no soul. That is why I have no fear. So you want to bring the waist piece up so this piece will tab into the chest right there. Then you want to bring the legs out to the side and flip this panel up. And the chest piece kind of pops out every now and then, but I'll just leave that up for now so you can see what's going on here. And rotate this panel up here, and these will actually tab into place. And there you have a really wide-legged stance, and then you can fold this up and this will tab in right there. There you have the official transformation. And what I like to do, and what I think most of us prefer, is to untab this panel and go one more click down, gives him not so much of a boxy waist piece right there. This looks, I think, a lot better. And then we can take our Blackjack, the replacement for his mini drone from the G1 version, and we can plug that right into his chest. And one thing I notice is that this does not want to stay in there very well at all. So even though there's ports here for it, it's kind of hard to keep this in place. And then Blackjack's weapon will tab right into there as well. And now you have Menasor ready to combine. So first we will combine him with Breakdown as a leg. So you slide that on using the nice connector port right there. And here is Off-Road to form the other leg. And you just slide that in there as well, like so. Then we will take Dead End here and clip him into the arm port right there. I'm going to flip that piece over it as well. Though you can leave that forward. It's up to you really, however you want to do that. I guess I'll flip it back there to cover up the port. Then on this side, and you can see I have to hold him together because he likes to come untabbed as you're combining him. And we'll bring Drag Strip on there and connect him as well. And now we have Menasor in his combined mode. And here is Menasor full frame here. I had to readjust the angle to get him all in the shot. And he is not the easiest guy to combine. A lot of parts falling off. Blackjack likes to fall off. And these pieces here like to come untabbed. Here is Menasor next to Superion. And you can see he is a little bit taller. Again, we did the hip modification here a little bit to make him a little bit taller. And I think Menasor should be a little bit taller than Superion anyway. Here he is next to Leader Class Combiner Wars Megatron. Here he is next to Voyager Class Fall of Cybertron Soundwave. Here is Menasor next to Deluxe Class Windblade and Chromia. And you can see he just massively towers over them. And last but not least, here he is next to Fall of Cybertron Bruticus. This is the Takara version of the Fall of Cybertron Bruticus. But it is really great to see these two guys together, and you can get a good idea of the size comparison here between these two. So let's wrap it up, and I'm going to give you my final thoughts on Combiner Wars Menasor. In his Just Alt Combine mode, Menasor looks, well, menacing. He is a little bit fiddly to get into Combine mode. Blackjack doesn't like to stay in there, and the shoulder pieces where the arms connect into like to come untabbed. The end result is really nice, though. The back, you can see on his back, he has a large gaping hole in the back area where his shoulder blades are. It would have been really nice to have something to fill that in. He is definitely, by all means, not perfect, but he is really nice to add to your collection. Motormaster Voyager class figure is an incredible figure all the way around. Great figure to have in your collection. I do highly recommend this set. I highly recommend Motormaster and you picking up the STUNTICONS Combiner Wars set. to form Menasor. This has been a TF Review 16 video review. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you comment, like, subscribe, share this video with your friends. You can follow me on Twitter at TF Review 16. And until next time, remember, keep collecting.
STUNTICONS, unite! Behold! Menasor!
Then we'll take dead end here and we will cut.